This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports and ClarkeCountySports.com. We're here to Felton, Wilbur M. Feltner Stadium in Berryville, Virginia, for another season of Clarke County High School Eagle football. This will be our 19th season with some type of affiliation with the team, whether it be through the Clarke Courier, Northern Virginia Daily, or my own site, Clarke County Sports. We're proud to call ourselves true Eagle believers because every year we go into the year very optimistic. This year is no different, as the Eagles had 2 successful scrimmages. And we're going to hear a little bit from Casey Childs and John Novick about the offense and the defense and the overall progression of the team as they get ready to host the Warren County Wildcats this Friday night at 7 o'clock right here at the Felton. It's also going to be Hall of Fame night as the 2022 class of Clarke County High School Athletic Hall of Fame will be inducted. We'll be covering that as well. We'll have all the highlights, interviews, and more of the football game on the ClarkeCountySports.com Game of the Week. Right now, we're going to take a little look at the preseason, some of the scrimmages between Jefferson County and Berkeley Springs. Also, some interviews with some of the returning key players and coaches as well. So once again, our 19th season, ClarkeCountySports.com is proud to back the Clarke County Eagles. Reporting from the Felton, Wilbur M. Feltner Stadium in Berryville, Virginia, for Clarke County Sports, this is Moe Murphy. This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports. We're here with the Eagles head coach, Casey Childs, as we head into the 2022 football season. 2 successful scrimmages. Casey, can you just talk a little bit just overall about how this season's went so far, the practice?
Well, it's been great so far. We're really young. We knew that when you lose 16, 17 seniors off of last year's 10-2 football team, you go into this season knowing you've got a lot of question marks and you've got a lot of holes to fill. So we knew going into this campaign that it was going to be a lot of competitions up for grab for some starting jobs, and our kids have really done a good job with it. And we've only got 5 or 6 seniors on the roster, so our young guys have really done well in the 2 scrimmages, and I'm really pleased at how they're progressing along.
Yeah, I counted 6 when I looked this morning, and was telling John, for the 2 scrimmages, 3 numbers stuck out in my head. Now, I know I'm missing somebody probably, but 3, 14, and 44.
Yeah.
They all impressed me a lot, and I told, I think it was Jesse when 14 scored. I said, man, did he play a lot last year? And he said, no, not much, because I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Very impressed with those guys.
Those guys are young. Those guys were on the freshman team last year. Well, two of those 3 guys were in, 14. Wyatt Palmer is he's starting for us at linebacker and has got some time in the backfield too. He's a really explosive player. He may be our fastest player on our team, and he's just, when he pops on film, when you watch him, he's like a lightning bolt. He's all over the place, and so we're really excited about what he's going to bring to the table this year, and obviously for the next 2 after that. So yeah, we expect big things out of him in the years to come.
I saw that red hair. It reminded me of David Shepherd.
Yeah.
And we already talked earlier, but can you just talk a little bit about the schedule this year? I know we had a change. We picked up a game. Manassas dropped out. Just talk a little bit about
the schedule's going to be very difficult. The one thing is before they really got going, it was going to be 4 home games and 6 away due to Mountain View dropping out last year. And then we were able to pick up Light Ridge over in Loudoun County. Anytime you play a Loudoun County school, it's a really big numbers game compared to what we have here at Clarke, being 2A. But it's going to be exciting. We were able to get them, and then...
And my buddy Jason.
Yeah, Treon. Yeah, I coached him in high school too, so yeah, him and I are pretty good friends. But so then, of course, Manassas Park, did not have a season, didn't have enough guys to have a team. So we were able to fill with, Skyline out of Front Royal, which was big for us because it gave us back to being 5-5 with the home games and the away games. So, plus it's a shorter drive, and you get probably a little bit more crowd atmosphere with it. So we're excited about being able to play a 10-game schedule and getting 5-5.
And that also, which I was going to mention, you guys got a lot of 3A teams, which should help on the point.
Yeah, you got to win some of those games, and but I know our district's going to be really good too. Everybody pretty much returns a lot of people in the district. And I'd say we were the ones who probably lost the most starters. But we're always on everybody's on the list anyway to try to get up on for all the success we've had over the years. And so our kids and our coaches got to be ready for the challenge, and I think we'll be up to it.
All right, and you're pretty much the defensive guy. So can you just talk briefly about what you're looking for this year on the defense?
We're going to start 8 or 9 underclassmen, and we're going to be really athletic. Probably one of the more athletic group of guys collectively that we've had in quite some time. We're not as big as we've been up front, so we're going to move, and we're going to move around and not let our kids sit as much. I think our back end, our linebackers, and our secondary are the strength. We turned 2 of those starters. One of them being the all-region linebacker, Chen from last year, and then you have Darlington back at linebacker, and then you mentioned them earlier, Wyatt Palmer, and the other linebackers. So we've got 2 sophomores and a senior at the linebacker spots, and then our secondary is really athletic. We can really put 4 or 5 guys in there with Will Booker and Wilson Taylor and Matthew Sight and Carson Rutherford and Tyler Sampson. All those guys are really our package guys. And then, of course, up front, we'll rotate a lot of guys in, and we'll start one senior up front as a defensive end, and everybody, the other one's a sophomore, Sam Good. The senior's Kyra, McKenzie, and then we're going to rotate all those guys that play offense. They'll be also playing the defensive line. So we're really going to be young. We might end up starting 9 underclassmen, 8 maybe, but we're going to make some negative plays, and we'll probably mess up a little bit here and there, but we're going to play hard and fly around the football.
So saying that, you got to feel pretty good about the way you guys played against 10-2 Jefferson team that has a lot of their guys back.
Yeah, they were very athletic, and I hope we don't see anybody that athletic again this year. But they had speed everywhere, and I was really pleased at how we played. We were able to get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and we covered well, which was good. Because I know the athletes they have, and then we challenged our kids too, and we put our kids on some islands here and there, and they did a great job covering. I think they hit 1 play on us in the scrimmage. Other than that, we did a really good job of keeping the quarterback contained and making him get rid of the ball quick, and we tackled well for the most part, considering we really hadn't got a whole lot of live drill with us. But we're really excited about them, and anytime you play Jefferson with the athletes and the size they have, and you compete well, you're going to be okay.
And just final thing is, as I always do when I interview you, what can you tell me about Warren County coming up this week?
Well, they're going to be a version of the single wing, like us. I know Jerry well. Him and I spoke at clinics together and so forth. So we're familiar with one another. They're going to be big. They're really, really big up front. They've got some guys that can move in the backfield. They've got a really good, probably a 250-pound blocking back that can move back a little bit and give them the ball as well in the backfield. So they're going to be a challenge for us for sure. The familiarity with the 2 offenses should help both teams a little bit. It's going to come down to who can execute the best, but we're going to use our athletes as much as possible, and we're looking forward to challenge. And it's a home game at the Phelps, so we're expecting a big atmosphere, and hopefully we play well. Hopefully we play well and get a win.
All right. Well, you heard that from the Eagles head coach Casey Childs as he enters what season is this, Casey?
Overall.
For your
head coach. That's my 3rd year as a head coach and 26 overall.
And we're looking for a big season this year. We'll be out here Friday night. It'll be Hall of Fame night at the Felt. Come on out and join us. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. This is Moe Murphy for Clarke County Sports with Casey Childs.
Thanks, Moe. Appreciate it.
We're here with John Novick, the Eagles offensive coordinator, as he goes into the 15th year in that position and 18th overall. John, we've got a lot of new guys coming in, as Casey just mentioned. Can you just talk a little bit about working with the offense with the new guys and how things went through the camp?
Yeah, we've got a good mix of older guys and younger guys here. The older guys, the skill positions, are all returning. We've got Kyra and Sipe in the backfield. You got wings that have some experience in Carson Rutherford and Will Booker. And then Sampson's really impressed me at our blocking back position through the 2 scrimmages. But on the line, we got 6 out of 7 new guys. Like, got one returner in McKenzie that Coach Childs mentioned there on offense. But so it's been a mix and match trying to find people to play on the line, who's good, who's looked impressive. Young guys, like we had 4 sophomores in the scrimmage the other night, starting on the offensive line.
Yeah, and they bum rushed the quarterback all night. It's kind of unique, I guess. Maybe not unique, but what's it like with Tanner Sight coming up behind Matthew Sight? Are they very similar, or is it like they taught each other? Or?
I think ultimately Matthew's a little bit more shifty, a little bit more move around. Tanner, from what we've seen and what I've watched for the last 2 years in the freshman games and a little bit of experience he's got in these 2 scrimmages, he more wants to like get up in the pile and hit somebody. It's a good mix of the two. It's good to have a good backup who will impress you when you watch him on film, when you watch him play in the games, to kind of mix and match as you go through.
So you looked at mix and match a lot this year. I mean, I noticed you threw a lot in the second half the other night. You ran mostly in the first half. Is it going to be a mix and match type thing, or does it
so in the 2 scrimmages, we kind of went into it with a plan, like I'd say a script, like we kind of wanted to do what we wanted to do. So the first scrimmage there against Jefferson, we tried to really emphasize throwing the ball because we just kind of scripted the sets of 10 plays. When we went down a distance, we called and mixed it up a little bit, and we had some success with the pass. The other night against Berkeley Springs, when it was more game situations, we were calling situational stuff to see what would happen, where we're at, that kind of thing. So, like Matthew's made a lot of progress in throwing the ball. We've really emphasized in camp with him attacking line scrimmage, getting out of sprint outs, being confident, making decisions early, those types of things. And when he's done that so far, it's looked good.
And of course, everybody knows about Kyra at the state level, and his first run the other night, he popped a big one. But talk a little bit about, it seems like you guys always bring up good backs from the freshman team. Can you just
we've had a pretty good run of backs that want to get up in there and hit somebody, and Kyler's no exception. In that shortened spring season a few years ago, he was in a competition as a sophomore, and it was mix and match with a couple other guys. And then he kind of, towards the end of that season, kind of took it, and then he was the undisputed guy going into it last year and ran away with it. And I don't think there's any question he's our dominant back there. But the thing we have this year that's nice is we have depth. Like, we got 4 or 5 kids we can put back there, 4 or 5 kids we can mix in at the wing, and be confident that all of them can get the job done.
And are you guys still, I know a couple years ago you were doing some single wing, I don't know whether it was camps or working with some other people.
We've done some presentations. We went and presented at the single wing conclave, and then when all the stuff got shut down, we did some stuff virtually. Coach Childs and myself, him more so to me, he's got contacting a lot of coaches, like through social media. Coaches will contact us. We share film, share breakdowns, share the presentations we've done at other clinics and for other coaches.
Because it seems that you guys are getting a lot more attention from colleges now over the last few years with some of the success of the guys. I was talking to you earlier. Another offensive weapon Clarke has had the last several years is a kicker. And,
we've had another
talk a little bit about Chris.
We've had a pretty good run of kickers here, and pretty much all of them. It started with Baja a few years ago. It's all kids that you would not, like, they come up and say, hey, I'm interested in playing football, and oh, I want to be a kicker. Right. And it surprises you, but then you come out here and the work Chandler DeHaven has put in over the last few years to make these guys the kickers that they are. Like, it's a weapon. Like, starting at the 20 on defense every time, it tilts the field in your favor the whole time, and being able to score anytime you get inside the 30 if you get stopped is also a big deal.
And what's the ratio roughly of teams that are running the single wing? Is it picking up a little?
I think it's becoming more popular, but it's one of those where you got the wing T, you got the dead T, you got a bunch of other things, but like, it seems like a lot of high school football, they realize that you don't have 5 athletes to spread the field, most of these smaller schools, so they'll just bunch you in the box and try and out-weight room you.
All right, well, you heard that from the Eagles offensive coordinator, John Novick, who has been working with all these new guys and look for a good offense to come out at the Felt. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. This is Moe Murphy for Clarke County Sports with John Novick.
Thank you.
Get on it. That away.
This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports. We're here at Jefferson County High School with the Eagles head coach Casey Childs as they just finish up their annual scrimmage with Jefferson. Casey, can you just talk a little bit about what you saw out here tonight?
I'm thoroughly pleased and excited about our kids and our season and our team. I tell you, when you lose your entire line like we did last year, and we had basically 9 new guys out there on defense and I think 8 on offense tonight. And we more than held our own. We made plays and we did a good job with the line of scrimmage. And I'm extremely happy. And our kids knew it was going to be a challenge. Anytime you see, Jefferson with the speed and the size they always have, being extremely athletic they are. And we matched them a lot of times tonight. And I couldn't be more happier. And of course, then we'll get back and watch that film, and we'll see mistakes. We got to clean up our snap exchanges a couple times. Like I said, when everybody's new up front, we got to clean up our snaps a little bit. It kind of messed a couple of our plays up with the snap exchange.
It looked like you got some pretty decent backup running backs as well.
Yeah, we're very deep in the athletic positions totally. We returned all the kids from last year, and we didn't want to beat and bang Darlington and Shipp too much tonight because they're going to be such pivotal players for us. So we wanted to give other guys, a lot of looks. And then especially when you got the JV team the last 2 years has been really good, and you got guys that that have done really well. We wanted to see them. We knew what Shipp and Darlington and Will Booker and those guys could do. We wanted to see, and Carson Rutherford, those guys. So we wanted to see other guys and to see exactly what they could do as well. So like I said, it was a great night for us, and we got out of here healthy, and it was a really hard-fought scrimmage. Really happy for it.
And it was really a crowd here on both sides. That's a testament to both programs.
Yeah, we had a great crowd here tonight, and Jefferson did as well. And it's only a 30-minute drive roughly, so it's a short little trip over here to Jefferson. And but we always have a good crowd. Our people love to come watch football, and that's a testament to what we've been able to do, for 15, 16 years now. And it's just fun to see, and it's also the great time of year. There's a lot of excitement in the air.
And we got Berkeley Springs. Is that Thursday night?
That's Thursday night at 6 at home. So we get the home scrimmage, and then as a tune-up, and hopefully try to get things ready and for the following week when we open up.
All right. Well, you heard that from the Eagles head coach Casey Childs as they finish up their first scrimmage of the season at Jefferson, and we'll be back at the Felt next Thursday night as Berkeley Springs comes to town. This is Moe Murphy for Clarke County Sports.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all.
Still going. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Fire ball, boy! Go, Tyler! Go, what? Now, boy! Good block! Good block! Good block! You gotta bounce, you gotta bounce. Hey, huddle! Huddle! Block, Roper! Go, pull. Just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. Hey, boy 8! Boy 8! Roper, great ball. Go, go! Good job, fellas. Good job.
Good luck this season, all right? Yeah, good luck this year. Good luck. Good luck. Hey, good luck. Good luck, Harold.
Go right down here real quick. Stop! Oh my God!
I will not keep it. Here's the thing. One, everybody got a ton of reps, man. You're proud of everybody. That's a good effort. Okay, it's a good effort. Now, here's the thing. Starting on Monday, it's official go time. All right, it is official go time. The field will be rocking next Friday. We've got to come out, have a great week of practice and preparation. All right, we all know there's no practice tomorrow. Locker room mess. All right, break this thing down. Are we ringing bell? Eagles on 3. 1, 2, 3, Eagles! Go ahead and ring it. Let's go ring it! Let's go ring it!
This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports. We're here at Clarke County High School with the Eagles quarterback, Matthew Shipp. Matthew, getting ready to start the season. Can you just talk how you feel about the 2 scrimmages?
We come out we always playing hard, flying around, flying to the ball. I think this year that we have a lot of young kids, and once we get past the mistakes, I think we'll be fine and make a run.
And I know Jefferson had a real good team last year. I'm not sure about Berkeley Springs, and the coach said they returned almost all their starters, so you guys got to feel pretty good about that.
Oh, yeah, we felt pretty good after both those scrimmages. Jefferson was a hard team to beat, and I think we came out and played a great game against them.
And I got to ask you, what's it like having your brother for a backup?
Oh, he's always been by my side since, as I can remember, obviously. But it's a great time having him behind me, and I think he can learn and grow and be a great quarterback.
It's unique. You don't see that too much. And other thing, I guess, you got a lot of new backs coming in, but they all look good. That impressed me in the preseason. Can you talk a little bit about some of your backs?
Like I said, they're young, and once they get past the mistakes, they'll be fine. I think they're all pretty athletic, pretty quick, move pretty well, and they're pretty good back there, and they can hold their own and do pretty good. And
also, I saw your article in the Star. Looks like there's about 4 or 5 of you guys that are pretty tight that are all going to be leaders this year on a team.
Yeah, we're all pretty close and friends, and there's not a whole lot of us, but there is a big friendship in that.
All right, we heard that from number 5, the Eagles quarterback, Matthew Shipp, who will definitely he already is a leader going into this season, but he'll definitely be one of the leaders on the Eagles team, and you'll see him Friday night against Warren County at the Felt. This is Moe Murphy for Clarke County Sports. We're here with the Eagles kicker and punter, Chris LeBlanc. First of all, Chris, congratulations on that soccer championship.
Thank you.
And I know that's kept you in plenty of good shape. And can you just talk a little bit about going into your final season? And also congratulations on the offer from Christopher Newport.
Thank you.
Can you just talk a little bit about the summer?
Yeah. Moving into football season again, I had to find a new snapper because Titus, he graduated, he went to college for snapping, so he was great, but we had to find someone to fill that gap. And Carson Rutherford, he's been able to fill the gap pretty well, and his snapping has been pretty on point. So him, Matthew Shipp, and I were like the 3 guys who are always on kicking for like field goals and stuff.
I never thought about that. I knew Matt held, but yeah,
Carson's
that's a good
been
point.
Doing a good job so far, and I'm pretty confident this season.
Well, what's your thoughts going into the district this year? We got some new teams we're facing, but the season overall, what do you think?
Overall, I think we should be able to get on top like we always do. And as my job as a kicking perspective, I think I'll be able to be 100% this year. Don't miss anything just because I have that season of experience under my belt. So I'm pretty calm and confident for the season to come.
So can you just talk about a couple of the other guys I've seen you working with at practice, some of the other upcoming kickers?
So, with me having that soccer background, lots of people just know me, and that's what usually kickers come from soccer. So I've had some of my friends who, like, they want to kick. So they've come on, and I've helped them grow as much as possible just because, I don't know, I'm like a second coach.
Right.
So I've been able to try and get them some experience.
Well, I know a lot of years I've been here, it was just like one of the stronger guys was a kicker, but it seems like starting maybe with Connor Schindel and then Baja and Dalton, it's just Clarke County's really getting known for a kicker school. Now, were you playing football before, or were you just a kicker?
No, I was just playing soccer, and then my the kicking coach, Taylor DeHaven, he did JV soccer.
Right.
So he always knew, like, hey, why don't you kick? And he's a great coach.
He is a great coach.
Yeah, he's had the experience in college kicking too, so he's been able to make kickers a big thing at Clarke County.
All right, well, you heard that from another one of the senior leaders, Chris LeBlanc, as he'll be pacing the Eagles special teams this year and has a lot of interest from the outside Clarke County area in his kicking. This is Moe Murphy for Clarke County Sports.
Thank you.
We're here with Kyra Darlington. Kyra, good camp for you this year in the scrimmages. Can you just talk a little bit about this preseason practice and what you're looking for the upcoming season?
Yeah, we had 2 good scrimmages. Jefferson was a great team. Berkeley Springs, we did well. They weren't as great. But we had some good 2-a-days. I feel like we're ready for the season.
And also, as I just told Chris, congratulations on that state championship in soccer.
Thank you.
I know that had to help your conditioning running up. Well, you didn't run much. You just stood there and watched. So, but can you talk a little bit about some of the guys? I know Carson, I'm familiar with him, and but can you talk about some of these guys that came up from the freshman team that are backup running backs?
Yeah, we got Wyatt, we got Tanner coming up. They're a good running back, quarterback duo. So, I mean, next year, looking forward to them. That'll be great for Clarke County football.
So how do you look at it? These guys, I know they probably look up to you. What do you guys do to try to set the example?
We just try to go hard in practice, just show how the reps are done. Hopefully they follow us.
And what do you think about the bull run this year? I see Virginia Preps has you guys picked number, I think, 7 or 8 in the state in the AA, and they got Central at 6.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough this year in the bull run. We lost a lot of seniors, but other teams have lost players as well. But, I mean, if we work hard, we play hard, we should be able to come out on top.
All right. Well, you heard that from the Eagles running back, linebacker, that you know his name well, Kyra Darlington. And we'll see him out here Friday night at the Felt as we open the season. It's Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports. We're here with Tyler Sampson, who is another senior on this Eagles team that came up with some of the guys that we've been talking to tonight. Tyler, can you just talk a little bit about how this spring or summer trainings went?
It's been good. We've been repping out a lot of plays, hitting people, so we're ready for the season.
And you've got a lot of playing time coming up, you know, with the big scores and everybody getting to play a lot, but a lot more on your shoulders this year. How do you feel about that?
I'm ready to show what I can do and just do what I can for the team.
And like I saw in Matt's article about you guys coming up together, so how long have you guys been playing football?
Me and Matthew have been playing football together since C-League on different teams.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about going into your final senior year as one of the leaders of the Eagle?
Ready to play my last season.
All right, we heard that from Tyler Sampson. He's going to make a name this year as a running back and defensive back. You can also see him Friday night at the Felt as the Eagles will open up against Warren County. It's Moe Murphy for Clarke County Sports. It's Moe Murphy with Tyler Chen, another senior on the Eagles squad. Tyler, understand this is your first year playing high school ball, and I know that's got to be a big thrill for you.
Yeah, senior year, just decided to go out and play, give it a shot, try to showcase what I can do on the field. Everybody's been telling me that I should be playing, so senior year felt like the best year to do it.
Right. Well, I can tell you from experience, I didn't play my senior year, and I still regret it. So you made the right choice. Can you just talk a little bit about how things, especially since this is your first real training camp, how did things go over the summer?
It was really surreal, like being able to get out here with some of my guys, some of my friends. Started out rough, just coming in, doing the conditioning, hadn't been used to it in a very long time. But as it progressed, started to pick up things, and it just became pretty easy for me now.
And a lot of the guys that you're on the line are all seem to be new guys, so you're starting pretty fresh. How's that feel?
It feels good that I'm not the only one that's starting out this way. Just being able to piggyback off each other, learn things, get reps from the coaches, I think will be great for many weeks coming up.
And somebody said you knew this number 11 on the team?
Yeah, that's my brother. He was obviously my main focus point of getting me to play. And, especially senior year, being able to play a varsity sport with him, it was kind of special. And cool. Everybody likes to see it, so yeah.
It's cool. We heard that from one of the newest Eagles, Tyler Chen, as he will be in action at the Felt on Friday against Warren County. It's Moe Murphy for Clarke County Sports. We're here with Kyra McKenzie, another Eagle senior that will be leading this year, receiver and defender. Kyra, can you just talk a little bit about the scrimmages in the summer?
So it was, we had a lot of new faces out here this year, a lot of freshmen coming up, and they showed off pretty well at the first two scrimmages. I thought we did pretty good. We still have quite a few things to work on for the line since there's younger guys, but I'm trying my best to help coach them up and make them better throughout the season so we can show everyone what Clarke County is about.
Well, you guys look like you threw a lot more in the second half the other night, and I know that you're going to be probably one of the top guys they're looking at this year. How's that make you feel?
Feels pretty good. We'll try and switch it up a little bit. Everyone knows us for our running, so we'll try and throw in the little passes this year. Show like we can pass too, and we got a lot of quick, fast receivers on our team, so we're going to take advantage of that.
And what do you think about the district this year? I know everybody's seems to be picking Central, but it should be quite a battle, I think.
I know we lost a lot of seniors, which was a whole line, but I feel like a line has a lot of talent. They just got to get there, understand how to use it. For the other teams, I feel like it's just going to be a fighting match, but it's going to be a dogfight every game, and we're just going to see who's the best on top.
All right. Well, you heard that from the Eagles senior, Kyra McKenzie, as he prepares to start his final season at the Felt Friday night against Warren County, and we'll be there to cover all the action. It's Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports.
Thank you.